Is there anything that scares you, Canelo Alvarez? What frightens you?
Nothing about boxing.
No.
This is what I love.
Yeah.
So
When fury spills out of the heart and into the fists, and one of boxing's brightest stars is waging war outside the ring, you know something bigger is brewing. This isn't just a scuffle, it's wartime, was finished the moment Canelo Alvarez rocked Terence Crawford with a single, ice-cold shot on camera. But here's the truth, the real fight is only just beginning. Canelo Alvarez has finally spoken. Stitched up, bruised, and burning with fury, the former undisputed champ isn't holding back. What was once a high-stakes prize fight has now crossed a line it's no longer business. Canelo Alvarez of the ring with a 40-0 record and 31 knockouts.
Streets, you and Canelo, what would it look like?
Come on, man. Y'all know what I do. I ain't got to talk about it. On the streets, I'm going to be against anybody. I ain't never going to say another man going to whoop me. So, you know what I mean? That's your answer right there.
I guess Guadalajara, you think it'd be a little different on the streets if Terence came to town?
I think every city, every place is different. No, it's different. But we don't talking about the streets. We're talking about boxing, the beautiful sport of boxing. So that's different, way different than the streets.
Now finds himself in unfamiliar territory, not as the predator, but as the wounded lion, and that makes him even more dangerous. Because pain has a way of sharpening focus, and right now, buds when Canelo Alvarez delivered that cold, calculated blow lived, raw, and unfiltered. Some thought the war was won. Canelo Alvarez made it clear that was just the opening shot.
Anymore because he say I'm not gonna do what they want me to do and this and that, and then he tried to maybe Turki Alashi told him, hey, you need to do something because you seem so nervous in Riyadh. So and he tried to like he walked me back, and that's why I pushed him. And you know, like I say, don't with me.
Does it bring a different Canelo then?
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, you watch Saunders fight, right?
Which one? The Saunders. Oh,
He pissed me off. He pissed me off.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be.
This isn't just another fight, this could be the most volatile, emotionally charged bout boxing has seen in years to pound-for-pound legends. One bitter feud, and a collision course that's shaping into a legacy-defining war. Stay locked in. This is the fight that could shake the sport.
I want Canelo. Is there anybody in the camp that would say, you're not ready for this?
That's a big boy. He's strong. That's a conversation. It's not just, oh, man, you'll whoop his ass. Like,
Yes, man type stuff.
I'm not worried about Canelo. I'm not thinking about Canelo. I'm just focused on Israel Majimov.
In a small way, is this a stepping stone to your dream fight?
I don't look at fights as stepping stones. It's about
To its core, Canelo Alvarez ago. Chaos erupted behind the curtains of what was supposed to be a peaceful charity event in Las Vegas, a red carpet, flashing cameras, smiling guests. But when Canelo Alvarez stepped into the building, flanked by his crew, the atmosphere shifted. The media was buzzing.
The only fighter in boxing that I will say is not ducking anyone in terms of weight, class, title, and most importantly, race. I'm not buying that for people. No, I don't agree with it.
Well, my dude, I gotta give you this is a commendable moment, my dude.
No,
I gotta give you your props because I was almost sure that you was gonna be on the other side of the fence talking about Canelo Alvarez is absolutely avoiding some very slick and skillful black fighters. Now, with that being said, I do think he's being strategic, and I do think there are some fighters who are so skillful that they don't bring the bag the way they need to.
yes.
So I think it's more so risk reward. Yeah, I don't think it's about like I can't beat this guy. It's more so like if I do fight this guy, you know, what am I really gaining?
That's fact.
So I'm right there with you. I don't think it has to do with, you know, black fighters per se. I think he's just being more strategic in people that he's.
Handlers were moving fast, but then it happened. Two titans, one stare. The moment Canelo locked eyes with, the air went cold. You could feel it, the tension, thick enough to cut with a jab. This wasn't a stare down for show. This was instinct, history, rivalry. And when pride meets legacy in a room too small to contain both, Canelo Alvarez guarantee. What should have been a calm night for charity became the spark that lit the fuse, and now, fight fans, the explosion is only days away.
Even though you see a small fighter, when you look in his eyes, do you see a fighter that could possibly beat you?
No, never.
This isn't hype, it's real, it's raw, and it's everything boxing was built for. It was a shocking scene. Terence Crawford, the pound-for-pound king, laid out cold and carried off by his team. Not in the ring, not under bright lights, but outside of it, hospitalized after a single devastating shot from Canelo Alvarez. And no, this wasn't some random flare-up. This was a powder keg waiting to blow.
Is it true that you made $170 million from this fight?
I made a lot of money, the most money I've made ever.
60 million households, Jake.
250 million people. Well, that's it's all downhill from here.
No, for sure.
For months, the tension had been boiling. Crawford didn't just call Canelo out, he accused him of ducking danger, claiming the Mexican superstar cherry-picked smaller opponents and edged the real smoke. Those weren't just words, they were jabs aimed straight at Canelo's legacy. And then came the viral spark the moment Bud went off script, declaring he'd destroy Canelo. Not in the ring, but in the street. That wasn't trash talk. That was personal. And ELO snapped, but not without reason. This wasn't about titles or pay.
Of course, like, you've accomplished everything. You're a first ballot Hall of Famer. You've been undisputed now in 2 weight classes. This will give you undisputed championship in the 3rd weight class. But not just that, you know you're fighting an all-time great, and you know that the credit's going to go to you if you beat a guy like Canelo Alvarez at 168. Is that why you want it?
Well, when I beat him.
When you beat him.
Definitely. You know, the stakes is high. You know, it's high risk, high reward type of fight. And I'm looking forward to it.
When would you say, from memory, that you first thought this fight was a real possibility? That you started thinking about this fight actually happening?
Well, I started thinking about it, you know, a couple of years ago when they started talking about stints.
Days. This was about respect, about pride, about a champion pushed to far, and now the fight world stands stunned. A legacy war has gone off the rails, and boxing may never look the same again. And look, statements hit different when you're talking about a 4-division world champion like Canelo Alvarez.
Fighting Canelo, then just, you know, sizing him up, like, all right, how tall is he? You know, how long his arms and things like that. Just sizing him up like that and going to his fights and things like that. And when he walk out the ring, I'm looking at him like, oh, big. You know, so me talking to him with Turkey and Turkey not wanting to fight. And me like, yeah, this is the fight that I want, being that, you know, he's the last great fighter of our era, you know.
This is the man who's carried the sport on his back since Mayweather walked away. So when Crawford stepped up backstage, face to face, Canelo didn't hesitate, he unleashed. This isn't just another fight. It's legacy versus legacy, ego, pride.
A lot of people that say that Crawford can beat Canelo, no problem. I mean, I respect that. I think they're stupid. I mean, excuse my language. The size difference of a bigger man changes everything with one punch. And I can see the same thing. I mean, you saw Canelo Alvarez fighting Amir Khan. Now, look at this. Terence Crawford moved from 47 to 54 to fight Madrimov. What did he do to Madrimov? Nothing. Okay, Madrimov was a 54-pounder. Now, to move up to 168, that's 2 more divisions. Canelo Alvarez will take any punch from Crawford, but I don't think Crawford will take any punches from Canelo. Remember, Canelo got hit by Triple G, the heaviest hitter in that division. And Canelo took those shots like a champ. I don't think Crawford has...
And pound-for-pound greatness all colliding in real time, man, we're watching history unfold outside the ropes. If you're feeling the heat drop alike, fire off your thoughts in the comments. Asterisk, who's really in the right here, and make sure.
He's coming off a long layoff. I can't look at Canelo Williams' school and say, you know what? Canelo is too far in a decline to beat Terence Crawford. Not until I've seen what Terence Crawford looks like at 168 pounds.
Yeah, same here. And even though we could see Canelo Alvarez diminishing, we're still going to feel him because he's been in there with the bigger, stronger men. Crawford's not going to be able to hold him. Crawford will be able to pepper him up, win rounds. Like I tell you, I have an image of Canelo Alvarez after the fight. He's going to be bloody and bruised. And he's going to get pot shot. He's going to throw 2-3 punches, pepper him up, and then...
This isn't just a scuffle, it's wartime. Was finished the moment Canelo Alvarez rocked Terence Crawford with a single, ice-cold shot on camera. But here's the truth. The real fight is only just beginning. Canelo Alvarez has finally spoken.
Canelo couldn't knock out Charlo. Or you really think he's gonna knock out Crawford? I would pick Terence Crawford to beat a Canelo Alvarez, even at 168. Everybody can call me crazy and whatever you want to say. I get it. Y'all didn't believe me when I told you about Spence, but trust me, Crawford will figure out a way. I know a secret y'all don't know, and I ain't gonna tell you why I would pick Terence Crawford, but it's part of this.
Stitched up, bruised, and burning with fury, the former undisputed champ isn't holding back. What was once a